So this is it, it's finally here, the long-awaited Ricoh GR4 Monochrome. I know I'm not alone when saying I've wanted a monochrome version of the GR series of cameras basically since their digital inception. Now this is still a pre-production unit, so take this video as more of a first impressions, but so far I'm thoroughly impressed with the image quality out of this little camera. The GR4 Monochrome has a 25.74 megapixel APS-C size CMOS sensor, wrapped in a matte black body with a grayed out GR logo. Even the light around the power button is white, further adding to the monochromatic theme. Now, I know the question a lot of people are going to ask is, why monochrome? Can't I just shoot in color and convert the image into black and white and get the same result? Well, not exactly. Monochrome sensors don't use a color filter array, so every pixel captures full luminance data. That translates to better detail, sharpness, light sensitivity, greater tonal depth, and cleaner high ISO images. And unlike other GR models of cameras, this doesn't include an ND filter or an HDF filter, and instead, Ricoh have replaced it with a red filter. If you've ever shot black and white film, you already know how impactful this type of filter can be. A red filter darkens skies, softens skin tones, and increases global contrast. And because this is happening optically, the effect looks much more natural than a digital preset. I absolutely love the effect that this filter has, and often in brighter environments, I'm finding myself toggling this filter on, not just for the look, but also to help control my exposure. Now, I love the ND filter on previous GR series of cameras, but the red filter, paired with the higher shutter speeds, makes shooting in bright daylight incredibly easy. And that brings us to the shutter speeds. The electronic shutter allows you to shoot up to 1/16,000th of a second. Yes, 1/16,000th, which is 4 times faster than the traditional GR4. Harsh midday sun isn't really a factor, and you can also freeze fast-moving subjects. That high shutter speed will also allow you to shoot wide open without an ND filter if that's your thing. And on the opposite end of the spectrum, this monochrome sensor allows you to shoot at high ISOs. I can comfortably push the ISO and still retain crisp detail, and the noise that is there feels more like texture than digital noise. The GR4 Monochrome also shares the same 5-axis image stabilization as the GR4. This has allowed me to shoot at slower shutter speeds, sometimes over a second, and still get great results. The GR4 Monochrome now features 6 new modes: standard, solid, soft, high contrast, grainy, and HDR tone. All of these offer subtle but meaningful variations depending on how you want your images to feel. The GR4 Monochrome also has in-camera RAW development, which allows you to preview how your image looks across all of these different profiles. High contrast black and white and grainy are more pronounced and evoke a particular vibe to your images. Now, I've always loved the high contrast profile that's on previous GR models, but on the Monochrome, I really love the grainy profile. It's kind of perfectly imperfect. This camera produces super sharp and dynamic photos, but there's something special about having the option to lean into a grungier, more textured look. And since we're speaking in terms of texture and contrast, this is where I feel like an on-camera flash makes things especially interesting. So right here, I have the GR2 flash, which originally came out with the Ricoh GR4. So pairing this flash with the Ricoh GR4 Monochrome, I think will make your images really stand out. Shooting with an on-camera flash gives you extreme subject separation, allows you to shoot in low light scenarios, and I think also adds a really nice stylized look to your images. I really like pairing this flash with the grainy image control profile. I think it gives you clarity, texture, and a more stylized look to some of your images that I really enjoy. And that leads to the important difference between the GR4 and the GR4 Monochrome. You're no longer relying on color to carry your image. You're forced to think in terms of light, shadow, and composition. Now, I do think there is a bit of a learning curve here shooting only in black and white. However, I do think it'll make you a better photographer overall. Once you go back to shooting in color, your images tend to be stronger because you're looking at the composition and lighting of a scene first. This isn't a camera for everyone, but I think if you enjoy slowing down, paying attention to the light, and looking at your composition, I think the GR4 Monochrome is the perfect camera for that. I hope you enjoyed this first look at the GR4 Monochrome. Let us know if you're thinking about picking one up, but I wouldn't wait too long because I think this camera is going to sell out fast.